What?
You know when they start talking, when the people that who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get them. I'ma beat his.
Can't do shit with.
For
I don't
real.
give
Y'all better be quiet.
You've been talking since I've been big.
I can't wait.
I'm gonna show you.
And
I'm gonna show you.
Next, I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight.
It happens now? What do you think?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, for
Do
sure.
you think it'll be your next one?
I think it could be.
Really?
I think it could be.
Backstage at the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez press conference, Gervonta Tank Davis and Shakur were seen having a heated exchange. According to those nearby, it centered on what could come next if Shakur gets past Teofimo, with Shakur aggressively challenging Tank for about next.
They have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, of course he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you're going to get hit.
For a long time, fans have been clamoring for a Tank versus Shakur showdown, calling it one of the biggest and most anticipated fights that could be made in the sport. A clash between a power puncher known for explosive knockouts and a slick technician revered for his defensive mastery and boxing IQ. Shakur himself has openly called for the fight on numerous occasions, even stating in interviews that he'd willingly put other opponents on hold if Davis would agree to face him next, showing just how much he wants that matchup to materialize finally.
When was the Tank and Jake fight?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that, and he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So.
Shakur Stevenson explained that his issues with Gervonta Davis stem from energy and mindset, saying that you can sense when someone views you as a real threat. According to Shakur, as Tank got older and more established, his energy shifted from dismissive to openly hostile. Shakur believes Tank knows the truth deep down, even if he publicly downplays it. He says Davis understands that Shakur is the biggest danger around his weight class, which is why he gets visibly irritated whenever his name comes up. In Shakur's view, that frustration comes from insecurity, not disrespect. He believes Tank knows Shakur would give him serious problems in the ring. Shakur also pointed out the difference in their mentalities. Tank sees the sport as me or nobody, while Shakur thrives on competition and proving he's the best by facing elite fighters head-on, right?
Yeah, for sure.
What changed?
Competition. As you get older, you start to know what competition is, and he kind of looked at me like I feel like I was a threat, which is rightfully so. Like I don't blame him for the way that he looked at me, but it is what it is. It's two guys that just want to be the best in our sport, and we were ready to lay it all on the line.
Did he say to you like, yo, I don't want to be friends, or we can't, or is it just like a gradual thing where it started to become more distant?
Now you just know energy. You know energy. Once you feel the energy that's coming at you, you understand like, okay, I get it.
When do you think that started to change?
I think as he kind of matured and got older. Once you get older and mature, his energy kind of let it be known like, yeah, you the ops. We gotta fight. So.
And perhaps as you were progressing and, you know, getting to the level that you're at now.
He knew exactly. Deep down inside, he could sit here and say, I'm not this, I'm not a good fighter, I'm not that, but deep down inside, he knows that I'm the truth.
Right.
So with him knowing that, he knows that I'm the biggest threat around where he's at.
Do you see he gets very upset when people ask him about you?
Yeah. I think that's insecurity though. I think he's insecure.
Because he knows that you give him trouble? Like, what's he insecure about in your opinion?
With top level guys like him, because like I'm kind of different. I look at things like competition, but like his mentality is more so like it's either me or it's nobody. It's not a 1A, 1B, or you don't have nobody equal to you. So.
But despite all the talk, Tank has mostly refused to bite. After recent promotional events and press tours, Davis has dismissed talk of fighting Shakur altogether, publicly questioning what Stevenson has really done in the sport and even telling reporters that he doesn't see Stevenson as a worthy opponent worth prioritizing. In a recent press interaction, Davis went as far as to say things like what has he done when asked why he hasn't stepped up to fight Stevenson, emphasized that he's more interested in pursuing other names like Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, or Vasily Lomachenko before even considering that unification of styles. In many ways, Davis's public stance isn't just about avoiding a dangerous stylist. It's a strategic dismissal that fuels the perception of a beef between them because it frames Stevenson not just as a rival, but as someone whose legitimacy Davis feels the need to question in front of the media.
Shakur, right? Like he look like he got skill, right? But to be honest, I'm gonna be real. I ain't see him fight nobody that's like.
That's amateur shit. Come on, bro. When that heat coming back at you, them niggas like, you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it. They ain't really, these niggas just talking that way. And it's always, oh, he can be this, he could be the next. Nigga, prove yourself. You still haven't proved yourself. When someone was in front of you that can crack a little bit.
Shakur, meanwhile, has taken a very different tone. He doesn't just want the fight. He believes he would win if it ever happened. In interviews going back months, Stevenson has said things along the lines of believing he's the superior boxer and that Davis can't beat me, pointing to his own skill set and technical mastery as what would carry him to victory. He's also accused Davis of picking and choosing easier opponents or weight stipulations to protect his unbeaten record rather than stepping into the ring with the fighters who would truly validate his place at the top. Such comments are more than just friendly rivalry banter. They're pointed critiques designed to paint Davis as someone who avoids risks while Stevenson asserts he's ready for any challenge.
Exhibition matches like Jake Paul versus Tank Davis or Floyd versus Tyson, good or bad for the sport of boxing?
I mean, I feel like in Floyd and Tyson situation is different than Jake Paul and Buddy. I feel like with Floyd and Tyson, it's like, okay, y'all deserve it. Y'all legends, y'all paid homage, y'all did the most for the sport of boxing already. So you deserve a big payday and be cool. I'm cool with it. I like it. But with Jake and Buddy, I feel like Buddy is a participate in the sport of boxing right now, and he just came off a draw his last fight. So if you're a real champion and top level guy that you say you are, which I think you are too, I think you're the truth. But if you're that guy and you just came off a draw, I think rematching will be the most competitive thing to do. With the Jake Paul situation, it's a money grab fight. So to me, it's like.
When Davis announced the fight with Jake Paul, a large portion of the boxing fan base reacted with disappointment and criticism, suggesting that Davis chose an easier, more lucrative spectacle instead of pursuing a legitimate showdown with Shakur Stevenson. Many fans on social media argued that by opting for the Paul fight, widely seen as more of a celebrity exhibition and money grab than a competitive sporting challenge, Tank was intentionally avoiding the fight with Shakur that the boxing world has been clamoring for. Critics pointed to Davis's repeated dismissals of Stevenson in interviews and his lack of callouts toward Shakur, saying this pattern reflects a reluctance to risk his undefeated aura against one of the sport's top pound-for-pound talents. This sentiment fueled the narrative that Davis is prioritizing easy paydays over high-stakes competition.
You are a student of boxing. You love this sport. I mean, when you hear this today on social media or wherever you happen to get the news, were you like, what? Like, can that actually be, man?
Nah, I'm not shocked. I mean, his last fight when he fought Lamont, Jake Paul was at the fight. He told y'all he was going to fight somebody like Jake Paul. So I'm not shocked. It don't surprise me. So, nah.
You know, Shakur, Jake, when he fought Mike Tyson, he was 227 pounds. He was 199 and like 199 point something his last fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He hasn't been only boxing for a couple of years. He's 12-1. Tank Davis obviously been boxing his whole life. He's 30-0-1. He's knocked everybody out except for 3 opponents in his life. But at what point does size matter so much, though, where it can't be overcome, Shakur? And is it in this case here when you've got what is like a 70-pound difference between these two guys?
I mean, size will play some part of the fight, but if I'm thinking like I'm Tank, I'm probably just gonna go out there and try to outbox him and use my knowledge and IQ against him. So I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
Is there any way any realistic or legitimate way in your mind you could see Jake Paul winning a fight against Tank?
No.
Davis didn't back down or change course. He made it clear he simply doesn't care what people think about his decisions and plans. At a press event promoting the Paul fight, Tank brushed off the criticism, saying that fans' opinions are constantly shifting and that their frustration doesn't influence his choices. He told critics to sit back, enjoy the sport, and stop worrying about what he does next.